Welcome to Fabulously Flawed, where the perfectly imperfect come to shine. Marni, along with her sensational sidekick Taylor, are the mother-daughter duo that puts the fun in dysfunction. Every episode, we unpack the chaos of mental health while sprinkling in the sass of pop culture. We're here to share stories, laughs, and lessons that remind you to embrace your quirks and to never, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. So join us as we celebrate the beauty of being fabulously flawed. Let's get real, let's get raw, and let's get ready to add a little extra shimmer to your day.
Hey, fabulous friends, fabulous listeners, fabulous everybody. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed podcast. I am your host, Marni, and joining me always, as always, my delightful, my delicious, my darling, dazzling, dainty daughter, Taylor.
Hi, my favorite, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous people.
Okay, first of all, there's two celebrations here with this episode. I'm pretty sure this is our 50th episode plus, but we reached a milestone of 50.
Oh, yay.
Episodes.
Is this, I mean, I think it might officially be 50.
We've passed 50 with episodes because we've each done our separate. However,
our 50th together. Oh, yeah.
So
you can't see, but I'm like holding her hand.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov to us.
I love it. So this episode happens to also be Cheers to 20 years. I'm just going to give a little bit of a background real quick. 20 years ago today, we moved from Aventura, Florida, which is Miami, I guess you could say.
North Miami,
Miami, but Miami.
Yeah,
okay.
Miami, yeah.
And we moved into the suburbs, Cooper City, which is Hollywood, Florida, I guess, for people that are listening.
Yes.
So I guess Hollywood, Florida. So I took my damaged soul. I mean, we're going to go, back. This is a happy episode. I packed up Taylor and we were living in a one-room apartment, like a studio. We shared a bed. You were 4 years old, and I found the house of my dreams. All I wanted when I grew up was a house with a pool in the suburbs. Side note, heal yourself first. Those things don't make you happy, air quotes, but it was all I ever dreamed of, and I got it for you. And you were 4 years old, and the next day you started JCC preschool. And another side note, every single one of that preschool class got into UF.
Yeah, I know.
What are the odds, Miss Sandy? Whatever she fed you, it's snack time.
I know, right? It obviously worked because, 14 years later.
I had everything I wanted, a neighborhood, my daughter in a home. That's all I wanted you to have was a home, stability, never to move. Like my friend Lisa said, give Taylor the most boring life. And compared to mine, yours was boring. However, compared to everybody else, it was not boring.
Definitely not. But yeah, today marks exactly August 14th, 20 years, 2004 is when we moved.
There was no Noah, no nothing.
Yeah. And that was, my childhood home. I grew up there for 15 years.
It was amazing.
And this is how the memories.
But that's why Cheers to 20 years this episode. Yeah. It's bringing tears to your eyes. But see, here's how I did not say I have to live in Cooper City and Embassy Lakes. It just happened.
Yeah,
it was a fluke. Oh, my daughter.
Yeah, no, my eyes.
I'm saying my
so
daughter. No, it's
emotional.
emo.
I cry every episode. I cry.
Well, it's hormones too. It's okay, hormonal. But look how we've changed so many lives. I remember one day this lady said, "Do you know this little girl Molly? Because she wasn't in your class. Nobody in your neighborhood." Oh. Yeah, there was a little girl down the street, Tali, that was in your class too. But this lady said, do you know Molly? I was like, no. They go, well, she's always hangs out because her brother's 2 years older. So I said, okay, let's make a play date. You were 4. I had just moved in a neighborhood. Mind you, I didn't really have parents. I grew up couch hopping and everything. So I drop you off for your first play date, 4 years old with Molly. And,
side note, Molly and I are still best friends to this day, 20 years later, which is wild. I have to text her that it's, officially 20 years since we've met.
The people that you've met, look at the lives that you've impacted, the domino effect. So life happens.
God, yeah.
Life happens as you're living. You can't plan it.
You cannot. I'm young. I'm 24 and I'm learning that. But every day I sort of, a new indication of that. You just got to let life happen. Of
course. Look at me. I mean, my gosh. I mean, there are so many circumstances that's why I can say, people, look at me. me. I have been resilient, full circle Marni for years. I mean, I realize it now that I couldn't have planned my life. If I'm still standing, the universe has my back. Despite the hard stuff, because you know what? I learned everything from every single experience. So now I take you, I'm going to go back to your first play date. And the mom, Jody, she comes, she said, does Taylor have any allergies? And I'm like, oh my God, she's so PTA, Mom. I would never think to ask that.
We're totally in the suburbs, yeah.
Oh my gosh, allergies, not that I'm aware of.
You brought that up always. It stuck with you that Jody asked about the allergies.
It was such a taking care of you.
A wholesome.
Thank you.
Comment,
wholesome.
yes.
It would never occur to me. I would say, what time are you picking up your child? And then I got pregnant living there with Noah, and I had my son in 2005, August.
You got pregnant like 3 months after we moved in.
Yes, yeah. I wanted that. I wanted to have a sibling in the suburbs. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. Yes. It was a flukety fluke, but hooray.
Yeah.
And so now I'm living, and now you're in this preschool, and we're meeting people. And with me, with my ADHD, very undiagnosed at the time, there's a tendency for people with ADHD to overshare. Mm-hmm. Now, me oversharing, hi, where are you from? Aventura. And yes, my husband and I just got married. We were married before because we had an affair when we got pregnant with Taylor, but then we didn't tell our spouses until 2003 and then 2005. And what? Like, whoa. And then you have half the, oh my gosh. And then you have the yentas, and I write about it in the book that, did you hear this? And at the time, I took it personally. Today, I'd be like, y'all have nothing else to talk about.
Well, of course, think about it. You tell a bunch of bored housewives in the suburbs, Jewish housewives.
Oh, Yentaville.
In the suburbs. Yentaville. I mean, you tell one, you tell them all. Period. The end. It doesn't matter if you say my car is green or my cousin got someone pregnant and is now in prison. Both things will get around.
Oh, no. It was probably at every temple throughout the Broward County circuit.
Yes.
That's them. You're that. And I remember going out for girls' night. So tell me about yourself. Like a vault. And I just didn't stop. Now, most people tell me about yourself. They ramble. Well, I'm from this town. I do this. I collected the ice. I was the water boy at the basketball game and this and that. Me, well, my mother, got addicted to crack when I was 17. I had nowhere to live. I couch hopped and then I was beaten at 19 with this guy. I mean, what? It's exhausting when I relive it. Yeah. Imagine being told it. And people will always go, wait, slow down. So is that Taylor's dad?
I know. I'm telling you, when I tell people the story of my, upbringing, they're like, so is Jay your biological dad? Like, it's always because it's so complex.
You know what?
I don't understand it sometimes.
I think I need to make you a trailer of your life. This way you don't have to explain.
No, you really do, because I don't know half of the shit in my own life.
My current sizzle reel needs to be redone because the sizzle reel needs a sizzle reel to break stuff down. Because
absolutely.
I'm telling you guys, I promise you, and anybody listening, I will give you $10,000 cash if you read my book and you don't find yourself inspired. It's a challenge out there. True to Myself, Peace, Love, Marni. It's on Amazon. I guarantee you, the person who comes to me to collect their $10,000, I want to hear how you're not inspired. Game on, challenge on.
Yeah, who's it gonna be? Can it be me?
Well, you're excluded. Not you, Tay, but everybody else.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you texted me this morning, kind of shuffling back to us being here for 20 years, I really stopped and reflected for a second, like, wow, did that go by in a blink of an eye?
A blink, and I remember, Tay, like yesterday. Now, mind you, when I was a little girl, you went to school, if you saw your teacher at the supermarket, it was just like, oh my gosh, it's so weird, there's Miss So-and-so. Like,
yes, I know.
I remember my friend, Wendy Rosen, she was in my 6th grade class, but her mom, who passed away by the time she was in 6th grade with me, was my 2nd grade teacher, Mrs. Rosen. And it was at Treasure Island Elementary in Miami Beach, North Bay Village. And I remember going to have a play date. I was like, oh my God, it was like, it was just one of those things. And so now you're in Embassy Creek Elementary. We live in Embassy Lake. So the neighborhood has its own school. I didn't know from this. I went to 18 different elementary schools, and you never knew who the principal was. You never knew the teacher. Here, it's a family. I have never in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like I was going back to elementary school with you, and I'm giving a shout out now to every teacher at Embassy because I love and adore Miss Shomers, Miss Barr, Miss Hilton, Miss Stick. She's gone.
Oh, are you naming my teachers in order?
Mm-hmm.
God, then it went Miss Val, Miss Moy, then Miss Jardine.
Yep, the best. First of all, Miss Val, I love her so. I mean, I still like on Facebook and I see her girls when they were babies.
I know. Madison. I remember her daughter Madison. Wow.
And you bought books for her classroom.
And then the relationship that I formed with my 5th grade teacher, Miss Jardine. It was just one of the most special.
No, it's okay. And we're gonna have because Miss Jardine's gonna listen to this crying, listening to us. I have never in my life met a school where teachers and students and families all know each other and the love they gave you.
Yeah.
They accepted you and I. Look how over the top we were. And yet we were just loved by your principal, by your teachers, every staff member.
Yeah, it was the most special time of my life.
Every single grade. There wasn't
your dream was to give me the best childhood, and it exceeded, everything. It was truly remarkable and special.
And when you became school president, I think you were the first girl to ever be Embassy Creek Elementary president. So now I'm living my dream.
Like I was the first female president of Embassy Creek Elementary. Kamala's going to be the first president of the United States. Look at this.
You're in the club.
Yep, I'm in the club. First female pres club.
But it was so funny because when I was growing up, when I had to go to Mr. Fontana's office, I would like vomit in my pants. I didn't even know there was a back office until I had another child at Embassy. Because I was always in the front office, and
no reason to go.
No reason. And I remember the cutest thing every year. I was telling Brianna this the other day. Remember when you can have lunch and we would sit outside, of course, and then every time the kids would walk by in the line, they would think you're so cool by being friends with you, going, "Hi, Taylor."
Yeah.
Hi, Taylor. Like every child does that.
Oh, you're bringing the biggest smile on my face right now. The memories. Oh my God, how lucky am I to have said that my childhood was
idealistic,
special and magical. It really, really was. And you gave me stability. That's all I ever knew was stability.
We were mashugana.
But stability in terms of I always had, roof over my head and food to eat in front of me. Yeah, no, but
to give a backstory, I moved. Let me just count real quick. I moved in 3rd grade once, and then 4th grade another school, 2 schools in 5th grade, 6th grade. So it was like hopping all over the place.
Right.
So
and I literally lived in one house from age 4 to 19. So
yeah, that's exactly.
Talk about the opposite. Like Lisa said,
exactly
I had
what I wanted to give you.
I just, a suburban life.
But here's the thing. I couldn't understand why people, like, I am so genuine. When you look at me, you wouldn't think there was anything wrong. I'm just sparkly, dazzling, go Taylor kind of mom and everything. But there was such heartache, and I was not healed.
Oh my God, such hurt inside of you.
Inside
such
of me.
Hurt. Yeah.
So I didn't know how to handle things. I took things personal with neighbors. Oh my gosh, my favorite person, Randy. I have to tell the story. Oh my gosh, I love you so much, Randy. If you listen to this, Mandel.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You know why? Because first of all, when somebody invites you for a holiday dinner, she had us, I think it was Rosh Hashanah with the brochettes. Do you remember? You were a little girl. So when you invite us,
a little bit maybe.
When you invite us for a family dinner, we're mishbuka. Okay. So it was 1st grade. And I remember I was working at the Green Agency at the time when we moved here, and somebody thought I was your nanny. Best compliment.
They did?
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
across the street was like, because I was in my little red Jetta, they said, "Are you the nanny?" I was like, "No, but thank you."
Wow, you probably made my mom's entire life with that comment.
Loved them. Every time. Good morning, waving, always. Loved them.
I didn't know that.
Right?
Okay.
So then I'm working at the Green Agency, and it's just this over-the-top world. And so nothing about me was subdued.
Okay.
I'm very over the top, unhealed. So it was your birthday, and I said to you, let's have an all-girl birthday. I was going back to Zach. That's what it was. So I'm working at the Green Agency. I come home one day, and I see this little boy on a skateboard with these curly hair, and I go, "Where's the mother? You are the cutest thing I have ever seen." So I can't believe they're men today. It's ridiculous. So I'm like, I have to meet the mother. So I'm like, he needs to be in commercials. He's the cutest thing. So you had a little crushy crush, shocker, and you married him, remember, in the playroom? See, it goes back to friggin' kindergarten.
Like, I am, yes.
First grade.
like the definition of boy crazy, Mom. Yes, I have literally always. That is yes. Now you know the way I am. The way I am. I can't help
Charlie.
it.
Do you hear?
Oh, saying in the past why I was so.
It makes sense now.
Listen, like I was born a lover girl.
You were.
I was.
She can't help it.
I think I can't help it. Like my brain like just wants to love somebody.
No, it was the funniest thing. On my Camp Mountain Lake page, somebody posted a picture of Makeout Rock, and Darren Janae was like, "Oh, I know that," and I was thinking, I wanted to write, "You have no idea how much I must have stalked your cabin to get you there."
Rock, yeah.
I don't know if we ever made it there, but I had such a crush on him.
You had the Makeout Rock, we had the Water Hut. That was our little place to meet up and kiss boys. Was
it out of the way?
No, it was in the middle of Boys and Girls Hill. It was like a halfway point.
Oh, see, now in my camp, you had to like hike up the mountain to get to the gym, where we did all the plays and arts and craft. No, Mountain Lake fucking's a shit. It's the best camp ever.
No, and that was also the 70s. A little different.
That's true. That's true. I wouldn't want to be so obsolete.
2015, yeah.
That's true. I mean, it's amazing. But because we had Boys Hill and Girls Hill, and it's ridiculous. So anyway, Zach.
Zach, by the way, is Randy's son.
Yes,
the one who invited us to the dinner. Yes,
exactly. So now you're in first grade and you get married. You must have had Molly perform the ceremony.
I think it was actually Jessica.
That doesn't shock me
either. I know.
Okay. That's so funny. So now you're married, and so now it was your birthday party, and I only wanted to do a girl birthday because the past 2 birthdays were very overwhelming. The 4th one was your 5th one was at Tickled Pink.
Yes.
Your 6th one was the field fun party.
Oh, yes. In the cold weather?
It was the coldest day in history, I think, till present day, and we were outside with the snow cone and the whole...
Yes, I remember at CB Smith Park.
Yeah, and Lisa went to go get coffee at Dunkin', and it was just this...
Really?
I remember that. She's always the coffee person. Weird. So I said to you for your 7th,
yeah,
just all girls, and you said, please, I want Zach, please. So now I'm like, oh, now I have to make it an all boy girl party. So we did it remember the Embassy Lakes Clubhouse, and the balloons were covered. The whole top.
It was red
and silver.
Yeah.
And I had hip hop kids come perform. It was you already dancing in hip hop kids. It was a whole fabulous birthday. So where's Zach? Now, earlier that day...
Did he not come?
He never showed up. Okay. I saw him riding his bike. Now, Marni.
Oh, no.
Randy thought I was walking down the street to give her a party favor, and I actually told her to kiss my ass. I said...
Well, okay. You know what? Rightfully so, though.
Well, maybe my wordage wasn't right, but it was like, really, but just because it meant a lot to you.
You know what? He was an 8-year-old boy. He probably woke up and said, I don't want to go to Taylor's party. I mean, I don't know.
Do you want to hear the cutest thing,
Do you know the reasoning? Did you ever?
No, but I'll tell you what's funnier. Alex Backenheimer coming wearing his Hip Hop Kids t-shirt.
Yes, I know. Oh my God. You're really bringing me back, Mom.
I know.
Holy shit.
I know.
Some of these memories I haven't even...
thought about,
and they're repressed.
I know,
and now they're coming to the forefront of my brain, and I'm like, holy shit.
No, Bree's cracking up with the Hip Hop Kids t-shirt right now because she knows that she saw all those pictures and stuff, but it's just so funny. So I went down to Randy's, and now we laughed about it years after.
Of course.
I look now at unhealed Marni that wasn't just not Zach showing up at your party. That was everyone who disrespected me, everyone who left me out. So that's why healing is so important for everybody, so you don't grow up telling your neighbors to kiss your ass because the boy didn't show up to your birthday.
Right. Yeah. Lesson learned. Yeah. Quick question. Was I like fixated on him my whole party? Did I not even enjoy the party? Do you remember?
No, you enjoyed the party a lot.
Okay,
yeah. You didn't even think about it. It was probably more me.
Okay, good. You know what? I would hope my little 7-year-old brain.
You were dancing away.
Good.
Remember the
At least I wasn't sitting like by the door
waiting
for a boy because 13-year-old Taylor would do that, but hopefully not 7-year-old. Okay, good.
Anyone
it makes me happy that my little self got to enjoy my birthday party.
Anyone that you ever said hello to was invited.
Yes, like my 13th birthday, my not mitzvah, we invited essentially all of 7th grade.
Only because I never wanted any little boy or girl to say I wasn't invited to Taylor's party.
I know.
That you knew. It wasn't just like...
We laugh about it now, but my best friend Eva, like my best friend, was like the only person not invited.
Eva's only ever say, never let anyone dull your sparkle. I'm like, never, ever, ever.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Wait, and then I didn't even realize. I go, look, here's a picture of Bree, not even realizing was with Corinne.
Yes.
I didn't didn't even know Corinne was there.
Yes. So I literally had everyone that I said hello to was invited.
Yeah, I would never want any child to feel left out. Like I have such empathy. It's just.
No, me too. You have
instilled
while you have instilled so much
it's like a religion
in me, the empathy that I feel for the world, it's almost overwhelming. It really is. Like oh my God. Okay, I was out the other night and this guy, we don't know who he was, if he worked for the restaurant or anything, but this older guy, and he had like this little Android phone, and he went up to the person I was at dinner with, and he was like, do you want me to take a picture of you guys? And we were like, no, it's okay. We don't need a photo. And I saw him go to other tables in the restaurant. They denied him. And I started to get so sad. I was like, wait, I'm not okay. Like, I feel like, I was like, are we rejecting?
Did you tip him and take the picture?
No, because the person I was with was like, I don't really think he works here. He was getting like kind of weird vibes. Like, we don't know who this guy was, but the point of what I'm saying is
just
like, I was like so sad that everyone was rejecting his picture. Like, was he a manager getting it for the Yelp page? I don't know anything.
But you know what?
And I regret saying no.
You felt something, and you can feel the energy, whatever it was, you knew. Just like when we see any child with a helmet selling candy or a donation. I don't care who you are. If I see a helmet when I'm stopped at a red light, you walk up with a helmet.
Oh,
I don't care whatever I have, whether it's 100, a 5, a 10, a 20.
Of course. Oh my God, I did that the other day. Of course, I'm with Dad, and he's rolls his eyes. I'm like, sorry, but there's no world in which I'm not going to give these little boys on the side of the street money.
I don't remember who said it to me, but somebody said, they may not be using it to for donations. I'm like, well, if they're using it for Burger King, McDonald's,
good. I hope that the money I gave them actually goes to their food. Like, I hope it doesn't go to the sports team.
Do you remember the time? I hate talking about things we do because it kind of seems like it's when you put it on social media, it's bragging.
No, we're talking. This is our space to talk about the good we bring into
that
the
time
world.
I
disagree.
When I was by Aventura Hospital driving, and the lady was with her cart, and it was raining. And
no, but it's already breaking my heart. I can already picture this.
Okay,
I don't.
And she was like, "You're an angel," and it was on Biscayne Boulevard, and it was like, I have this vibe. I know, it's okay. So now let me go back. We'll go back to empathy.
Period. That's why I keep crying so much.
No, but I'm just glad because we're teaching people what empathy is.
I think that practicing empathy is probably one of the most important things you could do for not only yourself, but the world. I think that please be empathetic and compassionate. I'm practically begging you.
No, like even little things. We have our exterminator, LaShonda, who comes and she is just the sweetest lady who comes in here. And when I gave her water, and then when she hugged me, she was like, I just feel like I need to hug you. And I'm hugging her. And it's like, I know nobody is like this with their exterminator except us. Yeah, and she,
it's
she
just
loves
who we are, and I'm so proud of that about us.
I love you, LaShonda, if you're listening.
And while I know we love her so much, and hence the name Fabulously Flawed. While we do have so many flaws, there are so many incredible things about us, Mom, that I'm so honored and blessed that it just comes naturally to us. Like, I'm thankful that me as a person, I'm just naturally kind, and I really take a lot of pride in that.
I've just popped in my head talking about embassy and everything. Miss Leone, when you did jingle, what was it?
Jingle bell, the jingle,
the noise, joyful noise. On Las Olas in Fort Lauderdale, you would wear your teal-colored bow tie, and you sing, and you seasons, greetings, happy holidays, and it was just.
You gave me the happiest childhood.
Then I turned into Dina Lohan because I loved how you did Joyful Noise for Embassy on one stage, and we had to rush to another stage.
Guys, I was like 9 years old doing wardrobe changes on Las Olas to go from performance to performance.
With unhealed Marni, okay, overwhelmed as F. Oh my God, I'm getting anxiety just thinking about it.
Remember this more than me? Would you still, would I take control? Was I starting to talk back, or was it still kind of you directing me the whole time?
You were frustrated. I'm like, let's go. You're like, it's fine. I'm like, it's not fine.
Okay, so it's the same how it would be now.
Pretty
much.
I
kind of, I wasn't sure if
You went with the motions, and it was just, I know I put so much stress on you to get there exactly at the right time, and we had to do what Susie said. We were petrified.
I know.
And then the school plays Miss Leone with her ding.
Yeah. The little triangle.
The little triangle.
Oh, I forgot about that. See, I'm so glad that we're doing this kind of reminiscing episode. Cheers to 20 years.
Cheers
because
to 20 years.
God has so much, bad, but much good. So much good has happened too.
Staying true to yourself. I knew I was not a PTA mom. I'm not. I am not room mom. I'll come to every party and have the best time.
But you're not organizing anything, contacting parents, make sure you bring the cookies, the frosting.
I did that for 4th grade because my neighbor asked me, rest in peace, Cheryl, if I would be Miss Stevens' room mom. And I did it because I wanted to be accepted, but I knew I shouldn't have.
No, so you are not one to be room
especially
mom.
4th grade. See, here's the thing, what they do now with parties. Remember when we were growing up, you used to have, whether it was Halloween or Christmas, the parties, you just brought in food and everybody partied.
Yeah.
Not anymore. They make stations, learning stations. Kindergarten, no problem. I could do the Oreos to make the monsters.
Uh-huh.
1st grade, no problem. I can make the monster pudding cups like dirt. 2nd grade, couple more, 2 cups of this juice into the monster. I got it. 3rd grade. I think it was 3rd grade.
To go downhill.
Downhill. Miss Addario. Noah. Wait. I think it was Noah's 3rd grade with Miss Addario. That was it. Once they said, okay, now we're doing division. So if the kids have a quarter, I go, stop right there. I can glue. I can cut. I can make little crafts.
But once you ask my mom to do
not ask me to think.
You've lost her.
You've lost me. I'll bring great presents. I can wrap everything. But once you're telling me now to teach children how to create using mathematics.
Like if you have 4 marshmallows, how many snowmen can you create with the 6 pretzels?
Well, see, 3rd grade hits me hard. Like with your class with Miss Val when we went to Winn-Dixie, when Aiden said all you worried about
was your
prescription. And once I thought we were going to buy Thanksgiving food, right? Let's all go. We're going with Marni. We're going to go get the turkey, the stuffing. Nope.
No, it was.
How many pounds of turkey would you have if you had 8 people?
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. You don't even do that for your own family, let alone a whole class of children.
I mean, this was when Winn-Dixie had the pharmacy, and I don't know if I was waiting for my Xanax.
Does still have.
I don't know if it
does have a pharmacy.
It was either my diet pill or my Xanax, one or the other.
One of the two.
But it was so. I kept going there, and I'm so grateful that Aiden's memory of me in that day was the pharmacy, but my memory of him was his skinny jeans.
I know.
I love him so much.
He's always stayed true to himself.
Always. And you know what? Guess who was the first person to read my book? His mom.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm giving group hug right now.
I know. That's right.
Xanax.
Yes.
I love you, Xanax.
I'll have to, tell him to listen to this. Yeah,
well, of course he's listening. We don't have to tell him to listen.
Well, I know. I'm saying, I certain episodes where I specifically talk about my friends. I'm like, make sure you listen to this and this and this, whatever. But yeah, no, I have grateful for our support system for our podcast.
And the friends you've made in elementary school, and then you all went through middle school, Pioneer,
high school, college. Post-college. Like there are still
the only one who's been with you I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
The one who's been with you from the beginning, believe it or not, was Tolly Slan.
Oh my God, guys, listen to this. This girl Tolly and she was my very first friend. I met her the day we moved in.
They were moving in also.
20 years ago today.
Yep.
Tolly and I did elementary school together.
Wait, back up. I go to preschool.
Preschool.
And I said, you're the mom I met yesterday in Miss Sandy's class. Okay. So now you're in elementary school. I don't think you had any classes in elementary.
No, but we were in preschool together, then elementary, then middle school, then high school, then college, then the same sorority.
So Tolly has been with you from the beginning.
I should reach out to her.
You should tell her happy anniversary.
If there is someone who's been a constant in my life, it was her.
Tolly.
She was literally there from start to finish, and I actually haven't seen her since graduation.
Wow. But when we had that hurricane, when we first moved here, it was like October and Halloween was canceled. We went to Busch. They stayed with us, but then we went to Busch Gardens when Noah was a baby.
And that's when Dad said, "Here, try my apple juice," and it was beer.
Really?
Do you not remember that?
No, I was too...
certain. When you're a child, I don't remember everything from being 4 and 5, but there are certain key events in your life. There is the key event I have of walking in Busch Gardens. I think Dad is pushing Noah in the stroller or whatever. He's holding the one. My dad never drinks beer.
I guess to say, they must have been giving it away. It must have been one of
those. It was like exactly. And he said to me, he's like, "You want to try
because it's Busch Gardens, Busch
Light, Busch beer. It's probably exactly what it was."
Wait, they probably own the place, but okay.
Yeah, true. Well, let's look it up. It's probably gonna be like the beer company that owns it. Anyway, he said to me, like, "Hey, you want to try this apple juice?" And it was beer. Like it was just a funny.
Do you get whenever you're when you were at frat parties? Did you ever smell beer and go, "Ooh, gross"? Because that's nothing. I just think beer is the most disgusting thing.
I don't. Ew. The smell Mom.
The smell of beer grosses me out.
I will never forget the smell of sticky, sweaty beer at a frat party.
Oh, gosh.
Disgusting.
See?
Literally mortifying. I was not a frat party girl. I did not enjoy myself at those things.
So inappropriate, though. I'm looking back. My validation, like, I should not have dressed as the way I did at a frat party and drink.
Okay, wrong. You were in... No. You wore a little tennis skirt and a t-shirt and sneakers and a baseball hat. You looked like every other mom. You just have big boobs and a pretty face and a tiny little body.
Oh, thank you so much.
So you're conventionally attractive to the 20-year-old male eyes.
Well, I figured that out. The neighborhood boys, when they were giving me extra long hugs at 14, I was like, okay, I just figured this out. No more. Like, I basically diapered you. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. And it's just the memories. What
a walk down memory lane we just did. I mean, I think this almost needs like a part 2 because there's still so much more we haven't covered, and it's already, been 30 minutes.
Has it really?
It has. I'm the time person for the pod that...
Wait, we didn't even get to Bunny Sue.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, Brianna and Bunny Sue, and Brianna with the dirt, smug with the dirt man in front of you.
Bri and I always we joke about. I was because you raised me to be
front and center.
So I was always getting these main parts of the school plays, and Bri was always a background actor. And we actually just talking about this the other week, how I was like, oh, in this play I was this character. She's like, I was the chimney person. In this play I was this. I was a tree.
Was she an Oompa Loompa?
Yes, an Oompa Loompa. She was a tree at one point. She was a chimney person.
She was the chimney sweeper. And then all of a sudden the spotlight's on Taylor. And Merry Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my God.
She's laughing now because there was no way you were going to be in the chorus.
We're just opposite in that way.
Yep.
Exactly.
You were, the play was Bunny Sue. You were Bunny Sue.
Of course.
Oh my God. I love
very effervescent personality, guys. I'm very extroverted, very outgoing. So yeah, my music teacher gave me the parts. What can I say? Sue me.
But the memories it gave me,
the confidence it gave me.
Yep.
I will never take that for granted.
And the Embassy Creek family. Like, I've never seen teachers and parents love each other. Yeah. I don't come from that. You know your teacher, you're in trouble.
Right, of course.
And here we're on Facebook. Love you.
I know. I look like Miss Jardine Emmy.
You, Bree, me, and Miss Jardine. And we're going to call her Miss Jardine, which is crazy.
It's crazy that
we'll never call her her first name.
25 years old almost, and I can't be like, hey, Karen.
No, we can't. But we need to we have to go for dinner or drinks or something.
Oh, I would love that.
And Miss Val, all of them.
I know.
Miss Val, Miss Barr, Miss Shomers. Let's do it. Miss Mama Sanchez.
Yeah, there's so many. See, like, how blessed are we to name all of these people that had such a positive impact on her life.
And recently, Mr. Becker, the most amazing principal that I think ever existed in an elementary school, recently passed away. But we're blessed every time we leave our house.
Neighborhood. We see Robert
Becker Boulevard.
Becker Boulevard.
Yeah. So the blessings that we've had to be able, I love this more than anything.
Blessings on blessings, and may they continue to come forever.
And I hope everybody listening has that same special feeling. Make your own special feelings. Yes. Find your people.
Find that one memory that makes you cry like me, and hold on to it.
Moments become memories.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep. Check out our store.
Fabulously Flawed with 2Ds on Etsy, or just go on Google and type in Fabulously Flawed with 2Ds.net. That'll take you right to Etsy.
And as usual, Hershey's barking in. He like always knows.
And when it's time to
close it up. So never let anyone burst your bubble. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Stay true to yourself, and we love you.
We love you guys. Cheers to 20 years, Mom.
That's right. Cheers to 20 years.
Thank you for tuning in to Fabulously Flawed. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, it's your time to join Marni and Taylor, the mother-daughter duo that's redefining family time with a twist, putting the fun in dysfunction, one episode at a time. Craving more? Visit us at fabulouslyflawed.com. And don't miss out on the feel-good vibes with our exclusive merch at fabulouslyflawed.net. That's with 2 Ds on Etsy. Keep your sparkles shining and spread that fabulous energy.